Was this? It was like the HOTS Reddit first thread. Someone made a big post about how they can revive HOTS. Use an LLM in order to use an LLM for the report system is basically what they're saying. Okay. Yeah. I mean, once again, possible? Yes, I think that is possible. That would be cutting edge
Battle
technology.
commencing in 10
But
seconds.
why? Like that would take probably many millions of dollars, probably
5,
billions of
4,
dollars. Why
3,
would Blizzard spend
2,
billions of dollars
1.
on an LLM
Fight well,
just
heroes.
so that HOTS reporting system is going to be a bit better, right? It's like they're really missing the why. They have a good theoretical state, but they seem like a philosopher. They don't seem like a this is a difference between someone that majored in philosophy and someone that majored in economics. They they have a good theory on like it's a pretty nice ideal,
First blood.
but
An
there's
excellent kill.
good luck convincing Blizzard to spend that much money just so HOTS gets a slightly better reporting system.
Now this is a hunt.
No, this is just from a random fan of the game, not a Blizzard employee. But they did take the time to make like a 60-page post of this, so they seems like they're very, they're a very hardcore fan. And I appreciate what they're trying to do, but yeah. Oh, and we have a. Okay, so we plugged in their whole thing. We plugged in all 60 pages of their PDF about how to make HOTS better and how to revive it into the AI podcasting, and the AI podcasting came up with a 10-minute summary, so seems pretty good to me. 10 minutes summary instead of a 65. It's actually like 160 pages. Actually, it's not even 60. The whole thing is like it's a 165-page PDF slideshow. 165 pages about how to revive HOTS from the random guy's point of view, random hardcore fan point of view. How long would it take you to read 165 pages? That'd probably be like hours, many hours. So this is supposed to be condensed into a 10-minute podcast summary. Let's see what this podcast says.
Okay, wow. You weren't kidding about needing a deep dive for this one.
Oh no.
This Hexagon Protocol document
Yeah.
is seriously next level.
It's wild.
Okay.
Someone poured their heart and soul
Someone
into reviving
definitely
Heroes
poured
of
their
the
heart and
Storm.
soul.
It's true.
This isn't just some casual wish list, right? This is like
not.
a full-on battle plan.
It's impressive,
It
right?
is.
What grabbed me immediately was how the plan dives deep into what makes Heroes of the Storm tick. It's not trying to be just another MOBA.
Yeah.
It knows its strengths.
Exactly. Like, they highlight the team-focused gameplay, right?
Absolutely.
You're not just some lone wolf carrying the match.
Yeah.
It's all about synergy and strategy.
And that's smart. You
Yeah.
know? Think about it. There are tons of MOBA players out there who might be burned out on that like hyper-competitive, gotta carry every match mentality. Heroes of the Storm.
True.
Yeah.
Especially with these proposed changes.
Yeah.
Becomes a breath of fresh air for those players.
Totally. It's like, hey, you want to be challenged strategically with friends, but also like have a life outside of the game? We gotcha.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, the document also talks about the importance of map variety and diverse strategies.
And that's crucial for keeping things fresh, right?
Oh yeah.
Each map throws different objectives and challenges your way.
Exactly.
You can't just use the same cookie cutter comp every time.
Right.
You actually have to adapt, and that's where Hero shines.
It's funny because sometimes you do just want a shorter, more strategic battle.
Right.
Not every match needs to be like a 45-minute slog.
So I guess this
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
summarizing the early
And speaking
pages.
of which, the document mentions that
About
even
what
in
HOTS
maintenance
is.
mode, with barely any updates, Heroes of the Storm still has a dedicated following on Twitch. Isn't that wild?
And I
Pretty
know.
accurate so far. This is following along the
game's
pages we
core
saw
appeal
just
and
now.
the passion of its community.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't just a game for them; it's a community they want to see thrive.
Yeah.
First few
And
pages.
this Hexagon Protocol, it taps into that desire, that
It's a little cringe.
hope
I'm
for
not gonna lie. This is definitely a little
resurgence.
cringe.
It's more than just
It
a
is what it
plan;
is.
it's a rallying cry.
Okay, but let's be real for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
even the most dedicated communities, right, can get bogged down by, you know, toxicity.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the annoying murky egg
Yeah.
that just won't go away in every online game.
It's
Good
the
one, AI guy.
worst.
And MOBAs are no exception.
Yeah, it's a tough issue, no doubt.
You've seen it, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst.
But this hexagon protocol, though,
Yeah.
it doesn't shy away from the fight. They've got this whole multi-pronged approach to cleaning up the Nexus.
Okay.
And it's actually pretty clever.
All right, hit me with it. What's their secret weapon? Besides, you know, common decency.
Well, they're bringing the big guns.
Okay.
Or rather, the big brain. We're talking large language model AI for real-time chat moderation.
Now, I'm usually wary of AI solutions.
Sure.
They could feel a bit impersonal.
Yeah.
But this one seems different. How would it actually work in-game?
Think of it like having an incredibly attentive
Killing
referee
Okay.
scanning both text and the voice chat.
Okay, so now we're talking about
Oh,
the
wow.
It's designed to pick
AI,
up on toxic
LLM
language
report
patterns,
system.
insults, threats,
Right.
Yeah,
even
I read
subtle
that.
forms of harassment that might slip past traditional filters.
So it's not just about catching swear words.
Yeah.
It's about understanding, like, the context and intent behind the messages.
Exactly, and because no system is foolproof, right?
Right.
They've also completely revamped the report system.
Okay.
Remember how frustrating it was to report someone and never know if anything actually happened?
Oh, tell me about it.
True.
Like shouting into
This
the
is
void
true.
sometimes.
Right. So their solution
Okay.
is this. Player viewable tickets.
Interesting.
You report someone, you get a notification that a ticket was created,
Okay.
and then get this, you can actually see the outcome of that report.
Isn't this how it worked like 20 years
Transparency
ago?
is key here.
Like, didn't
Yeah, I see
you
what
used to
you're
create
going for.
player-made
No,
tickets
no
like
mystery bans.
Right?
You know exactly why action
on
was taken.
forums?
Exactly.
But what about those
I guess it was more
players
for,
who
like,
were
technical
intentionally
issues.
toxic to manipulate their rank?
Sure.
Smurfing, I think it's called.
Smurfing. Yeah, they've got a plan for that. The Hexagon Protocol proposes a system that analyzes in-game performance alongside those player reports.
Okay.
So if someone's consistently playing below their skill level to stay in lower ranks,
Right.
the system will flag them.
And then what? Do they get booted from the game entirely?
This is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Instead of outright bans, they propose putting toxic players on mute.
Wait, really? I'd have thought a ban would be the go-to punishment.
Yeah.
Mute instead.
It's a fascinating strategy, actually.
Right.
They argue that a ban just sends those players into hiding,
Right.
where they create new accounts and do the same thing all over again.
Oh, so they're basically putting them in a timeout corner,
Yeah.
but still letting them participate.
Exactly.
I kind of love it.
Yeah.
It's like we hear you're trying to ruin the fun,
yourselves, heroes.
but we're not
The
letting
shrines
you.
will soon be active
Exactly.
again.
All right, let's talk about something way more exciting.
Okay.
New content.
All right.
This wouldn't be a Heroes of the Storm revival without some fresh faces and battlegrounds, right?
Absolutely. And the Hexagon Protocol does not disappoint.
Okay.
We are
Content,
talking
new content?
10 new heroes.
10 new heroes?
All
I'm
pulled
down.
from different corners of the Blizzard universe.
Oh, I go. You got my attention.
You got my
Skill
attention too.
Yeah.
Cool me up. Our listeners sent over some extra notes and has a particular fondness for a certain Junker Queen.
Well, you and our listener are in luck. Junker Queen is definitely making an entrance.
Okay.
Along with some other headliners like Ashara, the Queen of the Naga,
Uh-huh.
and Dr.
Minus
Boom,
6 stacks.
everyone's favorite explosive goblin.
That's amazing. But what I find really smart is how each hero is designed to shake things up strategically.
Yep.
It's not just about adding cool characters. It's
Yeah.
about, like, injecting new life into the meta.
Exactly. Like, imagine Ashara using her powerful magic to control entire lanes from a distance.
Oh.
Or Dr. Boom causing chaos with his unpredictable gadgets.
Oh, man.
Each new hero brings something unique to the table, forcing players to adapt and experiment.
New heroes are awesome.
Yeah.
But what about new maps?
Reported.
I bet those would really shake things up, too.
You
Yes, yes.
know it. The Hexagon Protocol proposes 2 new battlegrounds.
Okay.
Junkertown,
Okay.
a chaotic scrapyard arena,
All right, I'm down.
and Metritus, a more strategically complex map with a constantly shifting layout.
Okay, so they're
Constantly
proposing new
shifting
maps
layout.
and
Tell
new
me more
heroes.
about that.
So picture this. Metritus has this dynamic core attacking
PDF.
mechanic where the paths and objectives change on the fly. Add in clever bush placement for ambushes.
Okay.
And even camps that behave differently.
All right.
And you've got a recipe for some seriously strategic showdowns.
Yeah.
It's a map that rewards planning adaptation and maybe a little bit of luck.
I love it. It sounds like it would keep even veteran players on their toes?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, but now for the less
Wait, I'm alive.
glamorous but equally important question.
Okay.
How do they plan to keep the lights on in Nexus? What about monetization?
Yeah, where's
They've
all this
actually got
money
a
coming
really
from?
solid plan for that.
Okay.
Remember those loot boxes everyone loves to hate?
Oh, yeah.
Gone.
Really?
They're proposing a complete overhaul, moving to a more transparent system with an in-game store where you can buy exactly what you want.
So no more gambling for that one skin you really want.
Exactly.
Nice.
They're also introducing a dual currency system, gems for direct purchases,
Okay.
and gold that you earn through playing.
Why do they
Okay.
have that?
This way, dedicated players are
It's not in the
rewarded
game.
for their time,
Right.
but casual players can still snag some cool stuff.
There's literally in
And
the
here's
game
the
right
kicker.
No.
The cost of new heroes actually decreases over time, making them more accessible to everyone.
now.
That's a
in the
really
game
smart
too.
move.
Yeah.
Did
It
that already
addresses
happen?
that
I
feeling
feel like
of
that
being
already
left
happens.
behind if you're a new or returning player.
Right.
You don't have to grind for months just to unlock the latest hero.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got new heroes, new maps, a revamped monetization system. Anything else?
Oh, we're not done yet. This plan is shockingly thorough.
Okay.
They even have a whole section dedicated to revitalizing the heroes of the
As an
Storm
AI
esports
summary.
scene.
And not just
Of
the
a
usual
165
top-down
page
developer control
presentation.
model, right? This feels different.
You hit the nail on the head. Their vision is all about fostering a community-driven esports scene.
Are you enjoying this? Because AI is getting
Think
good.
in-game
It's gonna take
tournament.
over the world soon.
Yeah.
This is the
Support
worst
for
it'll ever be.
existing community events.
Right.
And even a system for verifying trusted community leaders to run official tournaments.
So you could be playing with your friends, then bam, you're climbing the ranks, making a name for yourselves, maybe even getting recognized by Blizzard. That's incredible.
That's the idea.
It gives me chills just thinking about it.
It's about empowering the players,
Totally.
giving them the tools to create the esports scene they want to see.
Yeah.
And speaking of empowering players,
Okay.
they've also got a bunch of quality of life improvements planned.
Oh, like what? Don't leave me hanging.
Well, remember those times when your game crashed
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't rejoin the match?
Oh, the worst.
They're revamping the rejoin system to make it smoother and less disruptive.
Okay.
Plus, they're adding a temporary dodge list so you can avoid those players who make you want to tear your hair out.
Finally, I could dodge that one guy who keeps stealing everyone's camp.
Exactly. It's about giving players more control over their experience.
I love it.
And to top it all off, they've included some really fun and quirky ideas.
Okay.
Like a meta madness game mode.
Meta Madness. Now that has me intrigued. What's the deal with that?
It's a mode where heroes are banned as they're picked, forcing players to get really creative with their team compositions.
Oh, wow.
Imagine a world where you
Basically
can't just
Caldor's
rely on the
tournament.
same
Yeah, right.
overpowered
Most
heroes.
people know what
That
this mode
sounds
is.
absolutely bonkers. I love it. So to recap, we've got a plan for reviving Heroes of the Storm that tackles everything from toxicity to esports.
We really do.
With new heroes, new maps, and even a complete monetization overhaul. This Hexagon protocol is incredibly ambitious. What I find most compelling is what it represents. A passionate group of players taking the time to analyze the game they love,
It's true.
identify its flaws,
Yep.
and envision a brighter future for it.
Absolutely.
It's really a testament to the power of community and the impact it can have. To our listener, if you're as captivated by this deep dive as we are, we urge you to seek out the full Hexagon protocol. Dig into the details, let your imagination run wild, and most importantly, share your thoughts. Let your voice be heard. Who knows, maybe, just maybe this deep dive will be the catalyst for a Heroes of the Storm renaissance.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Okay. Okay, well, first of all, I think that was actually a really good AI summary. I only saw the first, 5-10 pages of the slides, but from what I saw, the AI summarized the first 5 pages very well. So I'm assuming it also summarized the other, 150 pages pretty well as well. So first of all, holy shit, that was actually a really good summary. And there was no way I was gonna go read 165 pages, right? So a 10-minute podcast, W summary, that worked very well. Second of all,
There must
in
always
regards
be
to the
another
content
night, but will it be you?
of
Keep destroying.
the proposal to revive HOTS, so I don't really disagree with anything in the document. I mean, I think whoever made it is obviously a very hardcore HOTS player. They've followed HOTS very closely for a long time. And they accurately pinpointed a lot of the problems that HOTS has. My one comment to that would simply be basically what I said earlier, right? This is like, all they talk about is what the problems are and how you should fix them, but they don't say why you should fix them. The executives don't care about the problems. First and foremost, they need the reason. Why should we fix this? You know, the thing never showed them a guaranteed return. It's not like if you spend $1 billion fixing this, we're gonna generate $3 billion in exchange, and here's how, right? Like, this is the only way you would actually convince a business owner to do something. So, once again, I feel like the person that made the presentation is a bit of a philosopher, right? He has good ideas, good dreams, but that's just not the way reality functions. I am an economist, and I've been an investor for a long time, so I feel like I understand the way that you need to, like, I understand how people run companies better, right? Like, they're looking to make money here. They're not looking to just make the game really good, they're looking to make money. Imagine if you had a lemonade stand, and someone comes up to your lemonade stand and they were like, you know, this little shack is nice and all, but it would be a lot better if you could upgrade your little, you know, your little table here. It'd be a lot better if you could, like, get some marble flooring here and get a marble table here. It'd be really nice if you could, like, move in an air conditioner as well, and maybe just build like a glass room. You know, your lemonade business would be a lot better if you did all this. This is true. It would be better if you did all this. But when you making $2 selling lemonade, why would you spend $200,000? It's just the price that you have to pay to do all these upgrades. It's not going to be worth the payout. So, great ideas. He's right about everything that's wrong with HOTS and how they could be better. But he gives no reason about why they should make it better. And it's never gonna work if you don't have a why. That is all.
We must retreat.
And the things he's suggesting are not cheap. Complete revamp of the replay system? Is that even possible? I don't even think that's possible. We're in Starcraft engine, right? This is just how this engine works. How would you revamp the replay system when this is literally just how the game engine works, right? So I'm not knowledgeable about this stuff, but I feel like the person that wrote this is even less knowledgeable than I am. So this is truly some philosopher shit, you know? Like, this is truly some, like, most of this shit probably ain't even possible without making an entirely new game. Just make an LLM and make it so that it's good at, you know, detecting reports. Bruh, do you even... I saw somewhere the Larry Ellison recently gave this, like, interview. He's like the CEO of Oracle or something, and he said something like, to make your own LLM, to even get your foot in the door for it to be, you know, way worse than ChatGPT, but even, like, just somewhat comparable, you need to spend about, like, I think it was like $200 billion. So it's either 100 billion or $200 billion if you want to make your own LLM. So, like, you know, the ideas he has are nice, but there's just no economics behind these ideas at all. You know, some of these ideas, there's a reason why it hasn't happened. Either it's too expensive, can't be done, you'd have to, like, literally switch game engines. Like, there's a reason why a lot of these hasn't been done.
It is time to
I
strike.
feel like that's the reality of things. Would using AI be cheaper to create the content? It would be, but I think using AI to create content is something that's like we're in very early stages of that. It's not like fleshed out, right? It's like
Now
using
it
AI to
burns.
create, you know, new content in games or whatever. This is where
Will be their undoing.
it's a very experimental. It's not like figured out yet, right? So we're still in the experimental stage of that kind of stuff. I'm sure it'll be very cheap and very good in like 20 years, but right now first of all, it's not that cheap, and second of all, there's no guarantee that it's any good if you use AI to make new content right now. But it'll get better with time. Oh, we're getting gusted, aren't we? Oh no, yes, no.
Is never yours to keep.
I need 9 more stacks. W build? Shit, it's W build. Bro, why do we keep trying to push into their core so hard?
The enemy is attacking your core.
Just YOLOing out of our minds.
Go and heal before something bad happens. Absolutely.
I need 8 more stacks now, though.
Excellent strike.
Okay.
Your core is under attack.
Well, they're not in it either. No zooming.
You did last me here.
Took the minions. Oh shit. Oh no, my stacks. No, my stacks! I was so close! But now so far. Rip stacks.
Power gathers within the shadows. Seize them and become the new Dragon Knight.
200 billion is more than China and Russia spend on defense in a year. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's either 100 or 200 billion. I don't remember what the number was, but it was one of those. Hey, you think NVIDIA graphics cards are cheap? Those aren't cheap, baby.
Your core is under
And you
attack.
need a lot of them to... And you need a lot of the highest paid
Control
know,
both shrines.
AI engineers in the world if you want to make an LLM of your own. We lose? Maybe not. Actually, maybe not. I think we're wrong. So this guy ain't doing 10%. Oh, we hold, baby.
The enemy is
It was
attacking
all
your
just
core.
the bait. Now the unfortunate thing is I'm not gonna get my stats this game, but it is what it is. I don't want to be in DK. I want to be out so I can get stacks. We can't even end with the DK. Like, they're gonna be up.
Well done, my allies.
No, it's not Darnassian.
Let me handle this.
That was rather entertaining.
You had no chance.
Man, we just have 5 people at their core. No one took the DK, but we have 5 people at their core. What the hell is happening, man?
Show no mercy.
Again, we could end even without it. Why didn't we bother getting all the shrines if no one is even gonna take DK? It's so strange. I just get rooted by it.
Enemy slain.
guess this was one way to end. Strangest end ever. It's very strange. GG.
Well deserved, heroes.
Name the AI reader as Google's Notebook LLM.
MVP.
That was a little bit of a fiesta.